Good day, Dave here from the Enlightened Plumber, and today's daily quote is: the biggest gap in your life is between what you know and what you do. So that again is, the biggest gap in your life is that between what you know and what you do. And this is from Bob Proctor, who's an idol of mine. So, what's my take on this? All right. So in all of our lives, and certainly in the world of personal development, self-growth, this is quite a big one. Any learnings, any education that's going on there, as human beings, as people, we are all ready and willing to learn, and it's great. We get excited, we get motivated, we get inspired by other people speaking, we get excited about all the stuff we learn, and we're like, well, this is great. And so now what you find from that is going, okay, well, I know all this stuff, but what can I do with it? How can I use it? How can I grow? How's this actually going to make me any better? And what you tend to find is that this gap, everybody's got this gap. And the most successful people in the world, for whatever the definition of success may be, tend to utilize their skills a lot more, and therefore the gap is smaller. Doesn't mean to say they don't have a gap, because everybody does. But if you are looking at your regular life, there's always this gap. Is great. I've learned this stuff. I've been motivated. It's great. Well, the big question is, has it put you into action? Have you taken anything that you've learned and been inspired by and actually changed any of your habits, any of the ways you move, you speak? Have you changed your routines? Is there anything that's now better in your life because of what you've heard, seen, and experienced? Or is it just like, well, that was awesome. Yeah, maybe again next year we'll do it, and we'll have some fun then too, right? So, you can take all this stuff in, but if you don't leave and do something, then how do you expect to change? And that's my take. Now, another little thought on this is one of the big ones for me. Going through school, I got into sort of the high school years and into some college after the fact. And, the teachers there are like, okay, well, just so you know, whatever you learn in school and education, right? I mean, realistically, the human brain can only take on so much, so you're only ever going to use probably about 10% of whatever you learn. And you're like, okay, so what's the point of learning anything? Well, there's the gap, right? Okay, we learn 100% of information, and now we're going to use 10%. That's like a 90% gap of the information, so that's huge. And it might be better than that now, right, with different learning techniques and everything else that are out there. But realistically, we're still not taking and absorbing all that information. And a lot of it is just purely the fact that it goes in and it's processed and gone, and we've forgotten about it before we've really even heard it, right? It's like, okay, your brain gets fixed on one little sentence and you've forgotten the 6 that have just happened. So that's just part of life. But the idea is taking action. Going back and memorizing, rereading, looking at your notes, doing a review, certainly increases a lot of that information retention, and therefore allows you to utilize more of it when and if you do. So get off your butts and certainly take some action, change some habits, change some routines to make your life a better thing for you. Because again, our level of success is whatever it is for us. So keep that in mind. All right, so the biggest gap in your life is between what you know and what you do. From Bob Proctor, thank you. Have a great day.